So I recently just watched the Echo show. Let's talk about it. Well, if you didn't already know, Echo's first appearance was in 1999 Daredevil, Man Without Fear. She was actually teed up to be a bad guy, but later changed. Echo didn't get her first solo series until 2021 with Phoenix Song. Pretty much the same storyline. Wilson Fisk kills her father, raises her, teaches her how to be an assassin. She finds out later. When Echo doesn't have the power of the Phoenix Force, her normal powers are photographic reflexes, which is the exact same thing as Taskmaster's. But with all that said, we're not here to talk about the comics, we're here to talk about the show, baby! But first, I'd like to thank the Choctaw Nation, because without them, this show would not have been as good as it is. This show was awesome to me because I recently found out through my biological sister that we are like 25% native, so it was pretty cool. So to watch this after finding out like a couple days, like it just blew my mind. It was so cool to see the lore, so cool to see their religion, their culture, and everything, put into like the Marvel universe. So dope. So thank you. And if you want to learn more about the Choctaw Nation or about, their roots or whatever, they started a website, so nobody can be ignorant anymore. But a special thanks to the Choctaw Nation again. I really appreciate it. So as for Echo, so her new powers is an echo of the past. So pretty much she has a power like Black Panthers now. Meaning that she has ancestors, but it's the female line of her family that is pretty much giving her powers through lineage. But what makes her special is that one, she doesn't need a heart-shaped herb. It's literally, she's chosen. Two, she can pass those powers to other female family members that are in that line. That includes her cousin, her grandma. And three, it seems like she can activate them at will. So she's not always super strong, or she's not always healing people. I think that's pretty cool. So what her powers are is, one, she has a healing factor, so she can heal other people. She can even heal people's rage in their mind and their hearts, which I thought that was pretty cool. Two, inhuman strength. Three, inhuman speed. She was moving a lot faster than most people. Then she has a power like Bullseye, where she's like a marksman in every weapon. I even like the way that they, changed her name for an actual meaning. The echoes of the past is what gives her powers. So that's why she's called Echo in the show. The best episodes in this show are episodes 1 and 4. Those are my favorite episodes in the show. And the reason why, number one, it's because of her fight with motherfucking Daredevil.
Beat that nigga ass so well. Whoop his ass like Chuck Liddell. I don't give a fuck, I'm about to give him hell. Beat a nigga ass and give him straight shell. Put them gun down when I'm around. I don't give a fuck, you about to go down. Fight night, I'm about to get the rounds. Never give a fuck, I'm about to beat you down. Beat that nigga ass like his ass owe me money. They posted on the ground, now his folks looking funny. Nigga want that one, come and get that. I don't give a fuck, I'm about to go and knock your shit back. Beat his ass, bro. Beat his ass, bro. Beat his ass, bro. Beat his ass, bro. Beat his ass, 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 beat that nigga ass at the Waffle House. I don't give a fuck about what he be talking about. Catch him down bad, then I stomp him out. He finna eat it ass, whooping like some sauerkraut. 4x4.
Obviously, I like episode 1 because of the Daredevil cameo. But I also like it because it fills in the gaps of Echo's story. The reason why episode 4 is my favorite is because you finally get to see the relationship between Fisk and freaking Echo. If Hugh Jackman is Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds is Daredevil, then Vincent D'Onofrio is Kingpin. He successfully takes you into the mind of somebody who is a psychopath because of their abuse when they were children. Not only that, the whole Kingpin arc is fucking fantastic because it leaves you open for Fisk to be the bad guy that we all know he could actually be. And we all know that the MCU mirrors the real world, so to have a white rich guy who is very conservative, who will turn people against each other, he hates superheroes, so he's gonna go after a minority. And then in the comics, he loses his seat to a black man, a same minority who, Power Man, who he was trying to get rid of in the first place. Which would still go along the lines of the Captain America storyline that we have in the MCU with Bucky and Sam. We know at the end of the show that Wilson is listening to the news and he's getting the idea to go run for mayor. And we know that he wins in the comics. Alright, so let's wrap this up. Echo, in my opinion, was pretty fucking sick, dude. Now, I'm not saying I didn't have any gripes, because I did. There were some periods that were a little too slow for me. Also, in the first episode, she still has that cut on her side from Hawkeye, and they say it's 4 months later. So I'm like, You literally been riding around with a fucking stab wound for 4 months? That doesn't make sense. And before anybody tries to go, well, their powers. No, her powers didn't activate until she was on the train, so no. Also, if you're gonna add bad girls like villain women in the storyline, can you make them be able to fight too? Like, we got 2 villain chicks, and one was overweight and couldn't do shit, and the other one was skinny and couldn't do shit. It was just weird. It kind of sends the message that only bad guys are strong and only good girls are strong, which is kind of weird. And the last thing that was like the irritating storytelling kind of thing that I didn't like was I understand that the grandma was heartbroken that her daughter died. I get that. I would be heartbroken too. I even get the fact that she blamed the dad for being a criminal, and he was supposed to be the one who died. But what I don't understand is when she found out the dad died, why didn't she go and talk to her granddaughter? And I know that they say it in the show, and I know that this one of the talking points in the show a bunch of times, and there's no answer for it. She's just like, oh, I was broken. But to me, I see it as bad writing because it goes against the grandma's character. And then my last gripe is, the rating. There is literally only 2 bloody scenes. One, when the guy gets shot in the back 6 times and falls over and dies bleeding. And 2, when Wilson Fisk beats that dude to death. There was really no cursing, there was no sex, so I don't understand why the only 2 scenes of violence made this a mature show. That actually gets me scared for Deadpool. So what they should have done is either amp up the violence or slow down the violence and made it PG. Because either way, this show could have been good. I would have preferred them to scale up the violence a little bit. But other than that, it was a good show. I enjoyed it. I'll give it a 7.6 out of 10. Thank you guys. Baby, go to sleep.